Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your month ahead reading. This is for June 2018. This is your love reading. Now it's going to be a couples and then a singles reading, so make sure you check the description bar below before watching it if you're single, because it's time stamped what time that singles reading starts at, okay? So I'm recording everything from now on for a little bit on Movie Maker, unless it's the generals where I'm showing myself on the screen, okay? Because this is just quicker to get uploads done via Movie Maker because they're in megabytes rather than gigabytes if I convert it via my camera, which can take longer to upload, okay? So for this reading we're using the Romance Angels, which we're going to pull the advice card first on this, and we're using the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti for your general for the reading, okay? So we're going to have a look at couples first in the reading. We'll put these to the side and we're just going to ask the universe what the advice is for couples for the month of June 2018. So universe Spirit, what is the advice you have for couples? Show me the advice you have for couples in the month of June 2018. What is the advice that you have for Sagittarians who are in a couple? What is the advice that you have for Sagittarians who are in a couple for their love lives in the month of June 2018? Show me. Playfulness is your advice. So it says, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So it might be just try and take down a little bit of the seriousness of the relationship. If you find that you're going through a turbulent time in your relationship, maybe it's time to introduce something quite fun. So maybe it's time to go out and do something that you've not done before with your partner, for example, Sagittarius. Maybe it's time to do a bit of flirting. Maybe it's time for a bit of bedroom action, as it were. I'm not going to talk about sex, obviously. I don't really do sexual readings, to be perfectly honest with you, but there's a lot of tarot readers that do, but I don't really. I keep it kind of light. So playfulness, and it's all about just, you know, if things are getting a bit too heated, a bit too serious, just take it back a bit, water it down a bit. I know I'm sounding really kind of boring here, but and a bit cliched as well, but it's true. Sometimes you need to just you just need to sort of invoke a little bit of playfulness and fun into a relationship, just to kind of lighten up the load of a relationship. So this is anything. This is going out for meals. This is going out, you know, to a fun park ride, you know, to a park, you know, a place where you can play fun and games. This is going out with friends, for example, with the playfulness card. This is even seeking your inner child as well, you know, allowing yourself to be a bit childish in the relationship. Just try and lighten the load a little bit. Let's have a look at what's going on around this reading then for coupled up Sagittarians. So universe Spirit, what are the messages for couples, for Sagittarians who are in a couple? What are the messages that you have? What's the influences and the situation coming in for Sagittarius for the month of June 2018 in terms of their relationships? This is only for those who are in a couple. What is the situation coming in June 2018, and what is the what is the messages that you have for Sagittarians in terms of their relationships? Those who are actually in a relationship in the month of June 2018. Show me. Let's split the deck into three. 1, 2, 3. And let's collect that back up like so. And let's start pulling the cards. So the energy around you guys is about temperance. And when you get the temperance card, this is a really lovely card for love, because not only do you have a spiritual bond, I think, with the temperance energy when it's around you. There is a bond here, I feel. But also in that bond with temperance, there is the need and the desire. And actually, this is you. I forgot, this is your major. So the energy might be about you, temperance, trying to bring this relationship. The opposing temperance reminds me of the Chariot at times, because it's all about trying to bring into balance opposing forces that a couple are dealing with. So you might be dealing with, you know, you can see that there's water and there's fire here, and obviously there'll be probably lesbian couples watching this, or homosexual. Can we use homosexual? Gay? Can I use gay? Gay couples that are watching this, or somebody who's gay, or somebody who might be lesbian watching this. But you know, the water and the fire is really about, you know, the feminine and the masculine energy. So there's often within these two things, you know, the push and the pull. But also remember, water tends to cancel out fire. So how is it that you make how is it that you make amends in a relationship that one aspect seems to be cancelling out the other with Temperance? So this is all about trying to bring together those water and fire energies that would threaten, and especially water is stronger than fire, really, isn't it? Because if you have a fire, you put water on that fire and it seems to doubt it. You know, fire cannot survive on water, but water can sure as hell kill fire. So this is about how you bring together two very strong forces, one that probably cancels out the other more than anything else. So I think that you guys are really trying to manage something in terms of your relationships in the month of June 2018. Now, what's influencing this is the Page of Pentacles. There might be something to do with children, because Page of Pentacles, we know that if you're married or if you're in a relationship and you have kids, it might be that sometimes they, you know, I don't have children, but my twin sister has a child, and lots of my family have children, and we know how children can sometimes get in the way of relationships. You know, they can kind of put some added pressure on, you know, the romantic side of the relationship with the Page of Coins. So there might be something to do with a child, for example, in which you are trying to maintain some balance around the energies of a child, maybe for some of you Sagittarians in the month of June 2018. And for some of you guys, the Page of Coins is all about being responsible, and it's also about taking your time, because all coin cards represent the need to be cautious, and they're all very slow moving. So with the Page of Pentacles, because the pages represent new, so for example the Page of Cups is all about new relationships, or it's about dreaming, or it's about infatuation. It's the Page of Cups energy showing up there. The Page of Wands is all about developing the fun side of a relationship, or developing a relationship through having fun. Page of Swords can sometimes be arguments in a relationship, or developing a relationship through the art of communication. And the Page of Pentacles can be about developing a relationship through the art of investment, through the art of taking a step back to study the relationship, to look into the relationship, to work with, you know, this is the Ace of Pentacles that this page holds in his hands. So the page, the child, this new energy, it's all about new beginnings with the Page of Coins, but the new beginning with this has the potential for something long term. And I think for some of you guys, what's influencing the need to manage this relationship is that you are looking at this maybe as through an influential position, as this being something for the long term. And therefore, some of you guys, the energy around you in June 2018 is going to be about trying to manage these energies, alluding to potentially trying to build this relationship from the grassroots upwards with this Page of Coins, but in a very slow moving and responsible way. Now, the reason that everything is happening is because of the Four of Cups. So Sagittarius, I think that this isn't you. I think because you show as being Temperance, the reason that you're doing this is because somebody is showing elements of boredom. Somebody is probably quite distracted with the Four of Cups. It might be that somebody says, you know, everything that you offer, Sagittarius, it might be that this person says, no, I'm not interested in that. Or why don't we do this? Oh, no, I'm not interested in that. Why don't we do this? No, I'm not interested in that. There's an air of boredom and apathy, I think, with the partner going on here with the Four of Cups. And I think that in the recent past, what you've experienced, well, heartbreak, possibly arguments, differences of opinions with the Three of Swords energy, upset, feeling really kind of disappointed in this relationship as well with the Three of Swords. And the most likely outcome for this situation, for those of you who are in relationships, will be the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor can be about drawing boundaries around this relationship. Now, I think that if you guys are trying to manage the opposing forces, the difficulties that you might be experiencing within some of your relationships at the moment, the most likely outcome might be with the Emperor that, you know, this is all about taking control of the situation. And it depends on who this Emperor is. Is it the partner that's taking control, i.e. I don't want to do stuff, so therefore I'm drawing boundaries around what you're trying to impose here, Sagittarius? Or is this you that is drawing these boundaries and putting into place some form of framework and structure with the Emperor energy? Coming in the immediate future, what you'll experience is the Seven of Wands. So sometimes the Seven of Wands can be about trying to protect your relationship, okay? And because it is wand energy, it might be you as a Sagittarius, is the Seven of Wands, trying to protect your relationship from other people that want to poke their nose in and say, you know, this is no good, or this person's not really interested, or get rid of this individual. However, it might be some of you guys experience feeling rejected from the partner because they seem to be doing this. The external factors for this relationship that you're in shows the Two of Coins, okay? So I feel that there is some imbalance in this relationship with the Two of Coins. I think that maybe I wouldn't say that this is like a third party or somebody's managing. Sometimes this can be the player card though, but I think that this is more about imbalance. And I think with the Two of Coins, this is probably about the both of you having very busy schedules, because when you get the Two of Coins, sometimes this card can indicate, just moving these down a little bit, sometimes this Two of Coins can represent when partners have very busy schedules and they're trying to make time for each other, and as a result of that, it might be that you are trying to manage the imbalance in this relationship, because the cause of everything is the Four of Cups, and this could easily be the partner or this could be you. So one of you isn't finding time, I feel, to accept the love, to accept the opportunities that are being presented to you in this relationship. And I think it has caused some discord in the recent past, because what's influencing this trying to manage the wayward energies of this imbalance is that you do see with this Page of Pentacles energy the potential for something to grow from this relationship. But the most likely outcome will be the Emperor. Either somebody's putting their foot down here, or this is trying to build or building of a structure of a secure and stable foundation in the relationship. I'm seeing either defending the relationship or a rejection coming in with the Seven of Wands, or some form of challenges, struggling against challenges. Influence is coming in that you'll experience of the Seven of Coins, and this is all about taking a step back to assess whether this is the right thing, whether this is a relationship that really can be invested in. The Seven of Coins can also be reaping rewards through all of your hard work. So especially if you've been working against the tide concerning this relationship and holding on in there, as Sagittarius being the Seven of Wands potentially, holding on in there despite all the challenges, it might be that you start to see the results of your labour come through with that Seven of Coins as well. The hopes are the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is all about the idealism that we have, the dreams that we have concerning love, and that maybe with this Page of Cups energy, that what's going to develop from your dreams is true love with the Page of Cups energy showing here. And what's the overall outcome for your relationship? Well, the Eight of Cups. And I think that more than anything, this isn't about walking away. This is about turning your back on the emotional instability in this relationship and looking towards a better path. But we'll have to see what that card is about. So why is the external factors showing as being the Two of Coins for Sagittarius and their relationship in the month of June 2000? What's this about? What's the Two of Coins about in the external factors of the relationship? This has just come up. The Moon. So this is all about a secret, or this is all about anxiety. So the Moon card is all about feelings, and I think that this is not secrecy. I wouldn't read it like that. I would probably, if I were to read the Two of Pentacles as being a third party, I would need to maybe see the Three of Cups showing up here, for example, or maybe the Three of Swords or something like that. But this is, it can be secrecy, but I don't think, because I'm asking, well, what's this Two of Pentacles here for? What's it about? So you can see somebody who's trying to balance out a situation. They're trying to mediate a situation. And the mediation is to do with one's feelings, because the Moon is all about our feelings, about the ups and downs, the feelings that wax and wane, they're up and down. So this is all about trying to balance out perhaps your feelings with this Moon card showing here, Sagittarius, how you feel, your fears. So trying to balance out, I would say, your fears concerning this relationship, because the root issue is all about the Four of Cups. And what's the Four of Cups about as the root issue? What's the Four of Cups about as the root issue? Show me. Well, it's about Five of Cups. So I think that the root issue is all about apathy, boredom, disinterest, and this is all about loss. And that's interesting that those cards should show up, because the Five of Cups is about disappointment. Okay, so I'm going to try and think about those two cards, because when I'm clarifying now, I'm looking at, well, this is the initial energy, but what is this about? And we've got another Cup card, and this card talks about, it's not like you had the Four of Cups, let me just think of another card. So if the top card is about boredom, or somebody who's bored, or somebody who's showing some form of disinterest, then we put a card over there and say, well, what's this disinterest about? What's this disinterest about? It might be the Ten of Cups shows up, well, there's disinterest in, or the Ten of Cups and the Hierophant, this person's probably disinterested in maybe marriage or that type of thing. So this is all about there's disinterest here, and this is all about the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is loss. I think that this person is not interested, or there's a lack of interest with the four, because there's some emotional, I think the root issue is about somebody's emotional unavailability, because I get the impression that everything is suggested to this person. I get the impression that love has been offered to this person, but they seem to not recognise it, or they're not interested in this love. Their heart isn't open to it. And this is about the Five of Cups. So this is about, I think that there's somebody around you who might still be feeling hurt by a situation. It might be that this person's not interested in love. It might be they're not interested in love because this is about loss. So it might be that this person hasn't gotten over something here, for example. I want to see if there's another card that shows with the Five of there's a Devil card that sits here. This person seems to be feeling hurt by or feeling upset or disappointed by the restrictions or some form of, I wouldn't call it abuse or anything with the devil, but the devil represents being in bondage. So I think that this person is showing as being lacking interest, and that lack of interest is all about this person feeling a sense of disappointment or feeling really upset about how maybe in bondage they feel, how stuck they might feel within this relationship. And that's what, and I think that if you're, and this is also about your intuition as well, but this is more about your feelings. So I think that the external factors are showing that you are trying to balance out how you truly feel. This is about your feelings, the moon. The moon is a feeling card. So this is about your feelings of anxiety. And some of you guys are trying to work through or balance out or mediate or put into some form of balance how you're feeling, your feelings of anxiety, because the root issue is all about, I think, your partner displaying elements of not being interested. And those elements of not being interested are that I think that your partner is upset, and they're upset about the devil. They might be upset about feeling that they are in bondage or restricted by this relationship, and which could be why the playfulness card comes up here, just to have some fun. And in the recent past, you guys would have experienced the Three of Swords. And what's this Three of Swords about? What's this Three of Swords about? Well, the Three of Cups. So it might be that some of you guys, because sometimes the Three of Swords can be an imagination card as well. So some of you guys might be feeling really quite down. There might have been arguments, and those arguments would have probably been somewhere along the lines of, well, are there other people? The Three of Cups can be other girls or other guys. Are there other players in it? Is there a third party, for example, with this Three of Cups? So you might have been asking, you might have been really upset because this is about, there being another party here with this Three of Cups. There being another individual. It might also be that you've been feeling really hurt in the relationship with this Three of Swords energy, and that Three of Swords feeling really hurt is all about this partnership breaking up with the Tower energy. So some of you guys might have been feeling, well, is there a third party, and does this person want to break up with me, with the Tower energy showing up there? And your challenge, or what's influencing you guys trying to mend this relationship or bring something back together within this relationship, is the Page of Coins. And I think that you are invested with this Page of Coins energy. And what's this Page of Coins about? Is the influence position. What's this Page of Coins about as the influence position? Well, strength in the reverse. So I feel that this is all about what's influencing you is that you are very invested with this Page of Coins. You're paying very much homage to your insecurities with the Strength card in the reverse. I think that you have paid into with this Page of Coins energy. This is all about your insecurities. So the Page of Coins energy being your influence, which the influence position with a Page of Coins can be that you, what you're influenced by is by the need to invest in something here, but you're investing in the Strength energy in the reverse. You might be trying to, with this Page of Coins, I don't know whether some of you guys are trying to pay into or trying to, because the Page of Coins can be about investing in something when you're in a relationship, okay? So this is all about starting a new venture. When you start a new venture with the Page of Coins, you might be paying money into a new venture, but what you're paying into here is the Strength energy. And this is where I think it gets very spiritual in a way, and very much more emotional, even though it's a Pentacle card and a Major card. I think that with this showing in the reverse, Strength often represents lack of confidence when it's reversed. It represents it represents to feel very insecure in the reverse. And I think that some of you guys are paying into with this, or investing in perhaps somebody who, and the strength card for me in the reverse, often you get the woman who has strength over the lion. So this is having strength over our fears, or having strength over a stronger energy than ourselves. But in the reverse, the lion has more strength than the woman. So some of you guys, it might be what you're challenged by, or what you're being influenced by this month, is that you're investing in a situation in which you feel that you've got no control, because the strength card in the upright is all about having control, self-control, but being able to control the wayward elements. You can see the woman has the lion on a chain, Sagittarius. So this person has great control over this very, very big beast, and the big beast is just a metaphor for something that is stronger than ourselves, whether it is our passion, whether it's our fears, whether it's a huge obstacles. But this is about being overpowered as well, so, and feeling that you have no control. So I think that what's influencing you guys is that you're actually paying into and your challenges, what you're actually paying into with this page of coins is a situation in which you have no control. And that's why you're trying so fervently, for some of you guys, to try and manage this situation, because this is something that, and I think that because in the recent past some of you guys have been feeling a sense of depression, or there's been some arguments here, and this has been based on maybe other people, or I don't know whether anybody else has been revealed to you, or whether, you know, you feel that this partnership is going to, is going to break up of this partnership. But I think that as a result of that, what's influencing you is the need to, with the page of coins, pay into a relationship, a situation in which you feel that you've got no control. And you would do this, I think, as a result of that, around the energy for June, you would do this by trying to manage these two opposing energies with the temperance energy. You're trying to bring things back into balance. And what's this temperance energy about in June 2018 for Sagittarius? What's this temperance energy about for Sagittarius in the month of June 2018? So what is it that you're trying to balance? Well, the Nine of Coins energy show. So this is why I think that you guys are trying to balance, and you're trying to bring into some form of harmonious feeling with this temperance energy, that being on your own, the Nine of Coins. I think that you're putting up with something here. I think that some of you guys are just putting up with something here, because I'm asking, what is the Temperance card about? And the Temperance card is about, in a love reading, Nine of Coins is somebody who's on their own. This is about being in the gilded cage, but this is about being independent. And I think that some of you guys are trying to find balance with being on one's own, Nine of Coins, because what's influencing you is that you say that you're paying into with this Page of Pentacles. But it could also be with the Page of Coins, actually, that you're very cautious as well. So some of you guys might be very cautious of strength in the reverse. You're very cautious of, the obstacles becoming too big in this relationship, of having no control over trying to maintain this relationship. And therefore the energy around you might be that some of you guys are trying to find peace being on your own with the Nine of Coins. And you're in a relationship reading, so this is probably spending a lot of time on your own, whether you're married or not, or in a long-term relationship or not, because this person that you're with, the root issue is that this person seems to show a lack of interest. And that lack of interest is all to do with them feeling quite disappointed. Five of Cups, feeling upset that they seem to be chained to the relationship, in bondage to the relationship, and this person doesn't want to do that. And you guys are trying to balance out these feelings that you have, these feelings of anxiety, these intuitive feelings that you have concerning this individual with the Moon card there, because this person is showing a lack of interest. And that lack of interest is all about them feeling upset that they're in bondage or enslaved to this relationship. And as a result of that, you guys say, okay, well, therefore, for the month of June, what I'll try and do then is just try and find my own harmony in terms of being on my own, whether that's doing meditation or going to the gym more or spending more time with friends and that type of thing, because I'm pretty cautious of the obstacles in this relationship growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and something that I can't really control in the outcome. And the most likely outcome will be the Emperor. And why is the most likely outcome going to be the Emperor? What's the situation around the Emperor being the most likely outcome for Sagittarius? Well, the Knight of Cups shows invitations to love. So this is about a Knight of Cups, an invitation to love. I think this is with the Page of Swords, being communicated, because the Page of Swords is all about communication. I don't think this is setting boundaries. I think the most likely outcome will be that that this relationship, it will start to build. There will come a time in this relationship, the most likely outcome will be with the Emperor energy, where some stability and order will start to be built in this relationship, because the situation around that is about love being offered. So love being communicated with the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is also about standing up for the truth and telling the truth, and the Knight of Cups is about offering love and showing your feelings. So it's almost like a love, this expression of love, or somebody's heart who is open, with this Knight of Cups energy being expressed through a text, or being expressed through some, talks, long talks and communication, extensive communication with this Page of Swords. So I think that this is all about kind of, even though it seems like a fairly complex reading, Sagittarius, I think this is all about you guys taking your foot off the pedal off a relationship here. Because I think that somebody is feeling slightly suffocated in this relationship. I don't think it's you, I think it's the other person might be feeling slightly suffocated, and this is why they're starting to show elements of lack of interest, because they're upset by the idea of feeling enslaved, which is suffocation itself, and therefore you guys will try and, as a result of that, find a way to find harmony and balance in doing your own things with this Nine of Coins energy. And I think that this will lead to, as a result of that, a foundation, some form of order being restored in this relationship with the Emperor energy. And this is about this person who feels free to express how they feel through, through the written word, or through communication with the Page of Swords energy. Coming in, you've got the Seven of Wands energy showing here. And why is it in the immediate future? What's the situation with the Seven of Wands? What's the Seven of Wands about in terms of what Sagittarius in a relationship will experience with the Seven of Wands energy? What's it about? Well, it's about love. So this is, this is rejection. This is kind of like a neutral, it's a two-tone card. This is defense, or this is rejection. So we've got the Ace of Cups energy, but we do have the Five of Swords here. And this is like, this is all about love, Ace of Cups, the expression of love, bringing. So I think that this is like, with the Ace of Cups, because Ace of Cups is all about new love. It's about the heart being full of love, or somebody's heart being open to love. But this is, we've got a Five of Swords sitting with this. So the Five of Swords often represents somebody who feels a lack of confidence, or somebody who has been hurt. And I feel that with the cup being open here, this heart being open to Five of Swords, I think it's almost like you guys are receiving some hurt here, because the Ace of Cups being open is what you receive. It can be what you give, but it's also what you receive as well. But this can also be loss, or feeling hurt in this or feeling hurt in love. I'm getting love here, but also the sense of, with the Five of Swords, feeling a great deal of hurt with that Five of Swords. We could have read the Five of Swords as being victory as well, but it's a difficult card to read. I'll see what the Five of Swords is about, because you can either be that you're the winner or the loser. Alright, because it could be love in which you achieve victory, if you were to read the Five of Swords as a victory card. What's this Five of Swords about? What's this Five of Swords about? Well, it doesn't tell us much. It's about a King of Swords, Sagittarius. So the King of Swords usually shows us somebody who is emotionally distant. They can be a very emotionally, because you talk to a king, the King of Swords can talk to you about anything that's to do with practicality or logic or rationale, but when it comes to love, he tends to switch off a little bit. So this is about a person, a King of Swords energy here. And I think that this person is thinking very strongly. I think that this is somebody who is thinking very strongly. We've got a Ten of Cups here. So this is somebody who I think is communicating very strongly about, the long-term happiness of this relationship showing up here. And I think that this person is probably going to be very happy with the Nine of Cups energy, possibly to take a new direction in this relationship with the Two of Wands, to follow a new direction. And it might be that this person's happy to do two things in this relationship, because the Two of Wands on here shows this person has a choice between two paths. So this person is almost happy to divert between, or to divert between two paths in the relationship. One part being with you, the other part probably doing their self, doing what they want in this relationship. So it might be within this love, the Ace of Cups, it might be within this relationship here that you experience, maybe with the Five of Swords, some disappointment, because this King of Swords energy. It might be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person that you've been with or seeing. It's going to communicate something quite strongly about the long-term effects of happiness in this relationship, in which they're probably saying something like, well, I'm happy just to kind of like do two things in this relationship, and that is be with you, but also I need my own space, or I need to be able to explore other things that I want to explore, not just you, but another side as well. I want to explore two things. I want to be with you, but I also want to be able to do my own things. And I feel that what you'll experience coming in is the Seven of Coins as a result of that. And what's the Seven of Coins about that Sagittarians will experience? Well, you've got the Three of Pentacles, which is nice. So this is all about partnership and working together in a partnership. So I think that what you'll experience coming in with this Seven of Pentacles for you guys in relationships, Sagittarius, is growth and seeing the results of all of your hard work and effort with that Seven of Coins. And that hard work and effort is to do with trying to work in a partnership together with that Three of Coins energy, in which you achieve with the world energy the ultimate goal with the world energy. And the ultimate goal was to have some form of mediation in this relationship, which was to come to some form of an agreement here within this relationship. But I think it came from a place where you said, okay, I've got to be able to give this person a little bit of space here, because what I wasn't doing is I was putting a lot of pressure probably on this individual. But what I want to do now is probably give this person a little bit more space in the relationship, so it allows them to be able to feel that they can be who they want to be and they don't. Because this person, I think, was starting to feel a little bit suffocated in the relationship. And you realise here, well, I've got to back off a little bit and maybe just find the harmony and balance in the things that I value. Because maybe for some of you Sagittarians, you were putting a lot of value on this person, and maybe even this person bringing you the happiness that you were seeking. But what you've said now is actually it can't all be about this person. And it can't all be about, excuse me, let me just get a drink. It can't all be about what I want. It's got to be about what this person wants as well. So this is about, I think, with the Seven of Coins energy coming in, feeling, seeing the results of all of your hard work and effort. But all of that hard work and effort, Sagittarius, is all to do with what you've done with yourself and how you've changed and how you've evolved. Understanding what somebody else wants, and that it's not all about, I'm not saying it's all about you, but sometimes we do get into relationships and we expect the partner to give us our happiness, when in fact that can be very suffocating for the partners. And it's almost like you feel the sense of, right, actually I've got to start developing something within myself, because I can't put it all on this person, because they're starting to get very suffocated. Your hopes would be the Page of Cups. And what's this Page of Cups about? The hopes for Sagittarius would be the Page of Cups, who are in relationships. What's this Page of Cups about? Well, there you go. The situation is about the Two of Cups. So this is about your connection with this individual showing up here. Knight of Pentacles. This is about commitment, working towards a commitment, working towards a goal with the Knight of Coins. So, your hopes would be that it's the Page of Cups is your hope. So this is all about that your dreams will be realised. So the fantasy, the dream, the desire for love is realised with this Page of Cups. The desire for expression and involvement in terms of feelings is realised. And this is all about this relationship, your Two of Cups energy here, becoming very stable and becoming very secure. So working towards a goal together as well, because the Two of Cups is about togetherness and sharing the same feelings, and those feelings would be on working towards, because Knight of Coins represents a goal that you've got, whether that's for marriage or to move in together, or if you already live together then, or you're already married or something, then this is really, old age, growing old together. But it's about, having this agreement that you want to work together, that you want to move forward together with the Knight of Coins towards a shared goal. So this is shared goal. So your ideas are, I want us to have the same goals, the same Two of Cups goals, the Knight of Pentacles. So I want us to have the same goals. And what I'm hoping for is that with this Page of Cups energy, that what will happen is that finally what we'll have with this Knight of Cups energy is, I'm hoping that all of my dreams and desires come to fruition in terms of our shared goals. energy showing here, because I think you've got a shared goal with an individual, but some of you guys might have been suffocating your partners to a certain extent. Don't take that the wrong way, by the way, okay? The overall outcome is the Eight of Cups. And what's this Eight of Cups about as the overall outcome? What's the Eight of Cups about as the overall outcome? Well, the Hanged Man. So this is about, I think that this is more about a change in perspective with the Hanged Man energy, bringing in the potential for long-term goals to be realised with the Eight of Coins. Because the Eight of Coins is all about, again, when it comes to love, the potential for long-term commitment to, excuse me. So I think the outcome for you guys is, the overall outcome will be turning your back on the instability, the unstable feelings that you were feeling here, in this area here, because the situation around that, focusing on the future with the Eight of Cups energy and turning your back on the unstable feelings that you once had concerning this, is all about a change of perspective, bringing in the potential for something long-term now to really start to ground itself and be developed in this relationship. And this is why the energy around you is saying playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And this is you guys doing this. This is you guys finding balance in your garden, for example. This is you guys finding balance in terms of, you know, doing something to do with the home, or buying some clothes, or doing your hair, or spending time with your friends. It's not about being playful with the partner. It's about being playful with yourself and with others, but not putting so much time and focus on the partner and saying, you are my life, you are this, you are that. You owe me my happiness, because it's not about the partner owing you your happiness at all, Sagittarius. It's about you owing yourself happiness, because I often find that within relationships, that's one of the mistakes I made in a relationship years ago, where I was with someone and I was expecting that person. This is when I was, you know, in my 20s, and I was expecting this person to give me the happiness that I sought. I was expecting them to say to me, to suggest to do this, to suggest to do that, to give me what I couldn't give myself. But it was only when I grew older that I realised, no, I have to find my own happiness, because when you find your own happiness, you'll find that other people are very responsive to that, especially partners. A lot of partners don't like, what's the word that I'm looking for here, and I've got to be careful what I say to you guys. This won't respond to everyone, but this is what the reading is. This is how I interpret this reading. So a lot of people, don't like kind of very needy people. And I'm not saying you're needy, but it's easy to become needy in a relationship, especially when you make that partner the centre of your world. And so sometimes it can turn people off, especially here when I think the partner is feeling the Four of Cups, very bored, very apathetic, tired, emotionally distanced, and it's all about them feeling upset. This is them feeling upset and down because they probably feeling enslaved to this relationship, possibly feeling upset. Maybe they feel that you're a very controlling force with that devil energy in the relationship. Let's get this reading again. So you guys, for you couples, you Sagittarians who are coupled up in June 2018, I think that you're feeling emotionally, I would say, imbalanced with the Two of Coins. So I think that you are showing us the Two of Coins here. So you're showing us being very up and down in terms of the moon energy, and this is all about your emotions. Your emotions are kind of, I think, with these energies, because the moon already is an up and down card emotionally, it waxes and wanes, and that Two of Coins. So I think that you're kind of all over the place emotionally, and it's because the root issue is all about a partner who seems to be rejecting you, or they're emotionally distanced with that Four of Cups, or they're showing signs of boredom. But that sign of boredom is because they're upset by the devil. They might be upset by abuse within the relationship, arguments as well with the devil energy in the relationship. But it might also be they're feeling upset. This boredom is reflected by them feeling upset and down about, feeling enslaved and feeling on a chain with the devil energy. And it might be that as a result of that, the energy that you've encountered is the Three of Swords. This could be arguments, disagreements, feeling upset, and that's about, for some of you guys, third parties being revealed maybe. Maybe this is about this partnership being broken with the Tower energy showing here. But I think as a result of that, the influences around you guys for the month is that you are paying into and I think you know this, you're paying into a relationship, or I think that this is actually not paying into, I think one of the ways we look at it is that some of you guys are paying into a relationship in which you feel you have no control. The other way we could look at it is probably you guys feeling slightly cautious with that Page of Pentacles, and slightly the need to be responsible, because this relationship doesn't have any strength. There is a lack of confidence in this relationship to a certain extent with the strength energy, and feeling a sense of overpowerment concerning this relationship, and feeling very cautious about that. But I think it's more that you're very cautious. You're very cautious that this relationship seems to be taking away your confidence as well, Sagittarius, and taking away who you used to be. And as a result of that, I think the focus will be for the month on you guys trying to find the balance within your own self with this Nine of Coins, trying to find the balance within your work, trying to find the balance within the things that serve as interest, your hobbies with that Nine of Coins, trying to find balance with the Nine of Coins, if you don't live with your partner, your home or your friendships, or going away for day spas, just trying to find the value and the balance within yourself with the Nine of Coins and that Temperance energy. And as a result of all that energy, you'll find that the most likely outcome for this relationship will be the Emperor, that you'll start to find that you build order again within this relationship. And that order is about somebody who wants to invite you. The Page of Knight of Cups energy, they want to show you that they care through words and to a certain extent actions with the Page of Swords energy, I feel here. Coming in, what you'll experience, because it comes from here, that as soon as you start to recognize your own value because of what's happening with a partner here, you'll soon see them start to change here. And in the recent past, yes, there have been some disagreements, some altercations, maybe some turbulence with that Three of Swords over maybe this partnership breaking up, and your challenge position being that you're cautious about the strength energy. Some of you guys possibly losing your strength, losing your confidence, losing your self-belief, or possibly being very cautious because you feel the sense of a lack of power within the relationship here. But I think as a result of that, what you'll experience in the immediate future is the ability to hold on and to defend this relationship, because I think that the eye is on love, and that love here, it might be, but also I think that you guys will feel, possibly with the Seven of Wands, a little bit rejected as well, to be honest with you, with the Seven of Wands, as a result of these energies in the immediate future. Because I think this rejection is based on your eye on love here being bringing in some disappointment with the Five of Swords energy here. As this person says to you, they've contemplated and they've thought strongly about what will bring happiness into this relationship, and they've probably said something like, well, I'd be happy if we could kind of have our own separate paths here with the Two of Wands, or if I could, have time with you on one path, but then also time maybe to do my own thing on the other path. So I don't want to have to give everything to you, Sagittarius. I just want to have some time to be myself and some time with you. And I think that influence is coming in, even though I think initially there might be some disappointment. I feel that coming in, what you'll gradually start to realize is that all of your hard work on yourself starts to show the results here, and those results with the Seven of Coins will be that there is an agreement here, Three of Coins, to work together to evolve the relationship, bringing together with the world energy an attainment of the goal. And the goal is really to try and build this relationship up to where it needs to be, whether you're married, long-term relationship or not, maybe something more short-term. Your hopes would be the Page of Cups, that my ideas, that my hopes, that my desires, that my fantasies, well, they'll start to manifest. And those fantasies are all about you guys having a shared commitment and a shared goal. The outcome shows it's nice. The Eight of Cups, no longer focusing on the instability, the emotional instability of the self, especially with the Eight of Cups, and looking towards a better path for you, Sagittarians, with the Eight of Cups energy. And this is all about this change that you have put into effect, or changes that are occurring in this relationship with the Hanged Man, bringing in with it the Ace of Pentacles energy, the potential for something new and more grounded to grow. And that's why the advice is playfulness. To recapture romance, you're going to need to allow yourself to allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And that inner youthful spirit of fun to shine is really about valuing yourself and putting time into yourself, and not expecting somebody else to bring you your happiness, but actually finding happiness within the self, because I think that once the partner starts to see that, what they'll tend to do then is become far more receptive to what it is that you both are aiming for in the future. All right, that is reading for couples. Sorry guys, it's going to be a short, actually what I might do is separate this out, okay? I'm going to do, no, we'll do it together actually. We'll do it together. It's going to be a short reading for singles, but yeah, we'll see. There might be a part 2 on it, we'll see. Because sometimes when, because I'm doing Movie Maker, it runs up to about an hour and then it goes off on the Movie Maker, so I have to then just do, so yeah, we're starting the couple's reading about 45 minutes in, and I'll timestamp that as well on YouTube when I've started it. Oops, that's reversed. Okay. There we go. Alright, so all the cards are back in, and what we're going to do, single Sagittarians, we're starting the reading at 45 minutes and 23 seconds. So, Universe Spirit, what is the advice card for Sagittarius singles for the month of June 2018? What is the advice for Sagittarius singles for the month of June 2018? Show me. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So that's for you, Sagittarians. I think some of you guys might have your eye on someone in June, and it's saying that your romantic feelings are definitely worth exploring. We'll see what this reading's about. Okay. So, Universe Spirit, what is the messages that you have coming in for Sagittarius singles for the month of June 2018? What is the advice that you have coming in for Sagittarius singles for the month of June 2018? Show me. Okay, so let's split the deck into 3. We're going to collect that, excuse me, back up. And let's have a look. So the energy around you guys is the Page of Pentacles. So I think that you do have your eye on someone. This might be the person. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Usually Page of Pentacles, their pages usually go up to about the age of 21, 22, something like that, before the Knights take over around the age of 23 or so, 21, 23, something like that. But they're in their early 20s, so this might be somebody in their early 20s around you with that Page of Pentacles. But the Page of Pentacles can also show when somebody's very attracted to something. So it might be that you guys are very attracted to something that's physical, a physical beauty, for example, with the Ace of Coins. Now what's influencing this Page of Coins energy is that you guys have been hurt, the Three of Swords. So I think what's influencing, and it might also be that you guys actually might be showing as being very cautious. And I would read this probably as being cautious. So the Page of Coins says that you're taking baby steps towards a situation. I think you're very cautious. I think with the Three of Swords, it's because what's influencing this is that you either that this person's got somebody else with that Three of Swords, so there's the potential for a third-party situation, or maybe some of you guys have been pretty hurt here. The reason that everything is happening is because, yeah, I think that you've been hurt, Five of Cups energy, and I think that you're being cautious around this. I think you're taking baby steps because you've been very hurt within a relationship, that Five of Cups. And what's influencing this is the Three of Swords. I think that this hurt has been something that's run probably quite deep with that Three of Swords energy. In the recent past, you guys have experienced looking to the future with the Eight of Cups energy, turning your back on the past. The most likely outcome for single Sagittarians will be new love. You've got the Page of Cups coming in. There's new love coming in. Sometimes this can read as a Pisces individual, but for the purposes of the reading, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But this is the card of new love. So the most likely outcome could be that there's new love coming in with this Page of Cups energy, whether you like it or not. Immediate future will show, yeah, I think there's going to be an attraction with an individual. Could be a Capricorn individual for some of you guys, single Sagittarians. An attraction, temptation with that Devil energy, or a Capricorn individual showing up here. But also, it doesn't have to be a Capricorn, just somebody also who is very, very sexy and very alluring. You guys right now are showing as being the Empress, okay? So I think that right now, some of you guys might be pregnant if you're females watching, so you might be pregnant with the Empress energy, and it might be that you're very cautious as a result of that. It might be because you lost someone here, your heart's broken here, and you'll be looking to the future and there's new love coming in here, possibly with a devil. But also I think that right now you guys are ready for new love with the Empress energy. It could also show that you've got some romantic feelings towards someone here, with this Empress energy showing up here as well. Could show that you've got kind of romantic and nurturing feelings towards an individual, but you might be being very cautious because, you know, in the distant past you were let down quite considerably and you're still suffering from heartbreak, and the need is to look to the future though in the recent past. Coming in, the influences will be the Two of Coins. So I think you've got options though with the Two of Coins. It might be that if this person's coming in here with the devil energy, it might be that you're weighing up whether you should stick around this person or not. So you might be kind of doing this. Or it might be with the Two of Coins, you've got options between a couple of people. But you are looking in the direction of the devil with this pentacle energy. So you're looking at the side of, well, could there be, he's looking at the one pentacle, could there be kind of a commitment maybe, or the potential for a commitment, maybe with this devil energy showing here. Hopes or fears? Well, the hopes will be for death, complete and utter change from what you've experienced with the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords, and the outcome shows as the Queen of Swords. I think that you're probably, because the Queen's got its back turned, I think that you're probably going to be looking to cut this individual out. Usually when I see the Queen of Swords and her back is turned to a character, it tells you what she's cutting out, usually in front of her what she's inviting in. So let's have a look. Why is Sagittarius showing as being the Empress? Why is Sagittarius showing as being the Empress, single Sagittarian showing as being the Empress in the month of June 2018? Oh, because of the Emperor. Alright, so I think that some of you guys are showing, because you've got two cards here, and this would be the perfect pairing. This is two people that have been together a long time. Well, these are two people who, you know, this can be like grandparents or parents, people that have been together for a long time. They're married, they've developed a relationship, but you're single. So I think that you're showing as an Empress showing here, because I think that you've got very nurturing feelings towards someone. I think that you are very much, for some of you singles in June, will be very much, it's almost like loving at first sight. You've got this feeling of there could be growth. You're feeling in a place of, yes, abundance, of prosperity, of growth in terms of love. You feel at a place that you could actually start to develop. So you're at that developmental stage with the Empress energy, and it's about an Emperor. So it's concerning another individual. He's looking straight at you as well. So we've got one card who's very, I think there's somebody around you who's extraordinarily interested in you here. And you guys feel loved, and you feel sexy, and you feel beautiful, and you feel, you know, just gorgeous and incredible. And you're coming into a place where you're actually blooming. But it's because there's somebody around you who's looking at you, somebody who's very stable, somebody who's very forthright, somebody who's very secure in who they are, and they're looking directly at you, and this is almost like a soulmate thing. So I think that the energy around you is going to be definitely, I would say, a soulmate connection between you and another, because the Empress and the Emperor together, you don't usually get that together. Very rarely within a tarot reading, when you get that combination, you know that this is a strong energy between two people, especially if it's for a single person, you know. So I think you guys in the month of June will be the Empress, feeling beautiful, feeling gorgeous, feeling loved, feeling that you're at the stage where something could blossom, or that you are indeed blossoming. And it's got to do with an Emperor, a person around you who is very stable and very secure within who they are. And so this person is looking at you as if to say, yeah, this person could actually be my wife. This person could be my wife in the future. If you've got somebody around you who's looking at you like marriage material, somebody's looking at you like, yeah, this is the person I could live with till the end of my days. But the root cause for why all of this is happening is because of the Five of Cups. And what is it about this Five of Cups? Why is the Five of Cups? What's the situation with the Five of Cups? The root issue said for why everything is happening in June 2018 for single Sagittarians is the Five of Cups. What is it about this Five of Cups you're trying to tell us? So I think that some of you guys lost King of Cups. It might have been a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person. I think you're still upset, and it's about a King of Cups energy showing here. Okay, and this is why you guys are possibly feeling, I would probably look at this as being somebody who's looking at you. Alright, I think there is somebody and they're looking at you with a purposeful intent. This isn't some Knight of Wands or Knight of Swords. some flash in the pan type thing. This person really has a serious intention towards some of you single people, okay? And the reason that everything is happening is because there was an ending of a relationship with another individual, the King of Cups, this Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces person, or somebody that you are, because you're really regretting this, you're really upset, because this person came across as being really nice, really sweetly, really loving, that like their intention was to have, you know, the perfect romance with you. But in the recent past, as a result of this, you guys have been experiencing the Eight of Cups. And what's this Eight of Cups about? What's this Eight of Cups about for Sagittarius singles in the recent past? Temperance. So this is all about you turning your back on the past, the Eight of Cups. And what's this about? This is about you guys finally. This is all not just turning your back on the past, but the turning the back on your past card of the Eight of Cups is about you guys finding balance within yourself with the Temperance energy. So you guys finding balance. You've been finding balance in the recent past, because what's influencing you or what your challenge is the Three of Swords. And what's this challenge of the Three of Swords about with Sagittarius singles in the month of June 2018? What's the challenge of the Three of Swords about for single Sagittarians in the month of June 2018? Well, it's about the Four of Cups. So I think that this hurt is about somebody who rejected you, the Four of Cups, which is this King of Cups dude here. You guys lost a King of Cups. Yes, you were hurting. The real issue is you've been hurting over a King of Cups. And the challenge is that, you know, you've been heartbroken, Three of Swords, over this person who's rejected you. And as a result of that, I think the energies around you are that, as the Page of Pentacles, you guys are taking your time and you're being very cautious. And what's this Page of Pentacles about? What's this Page of Pentacles about? Okay, so you're being cautious in terms of, you know, coming together with this Emperor energy here, Sagittarius. You know somebody's pretty serious about you, single Sagittarians, but you're being very, very cautious about, you know, saying that this is the one, saying I have met my soulmate with the Justice energy, because you're still deeply hurt. The root issue is you're really hurt. You got really hurt by a King of Cups, somebody who was, and he doesn't show reversed or anything like that at all, male or female. He just shows us, you know, a really nice guy. And, you know, in the recent past, you guys have been focusing on the future, turning your back on the Eight of Cups, focusing on the future. And this is all about you guys trying to find balance in the recent past. And your challenge is that you're still hurting, I think, over a rejection from this individual here, which is why you guys are being, I think, with the Page of Pentacles, pretty cautious in terms of saying, yeah, I'm going to be with this person, or yes, I want this person with the Justice energy, or yes, we're meant to be, we're going to be in a long-term relationship together. Coming in, you have this Page of Cups energy. And what's this Page of Cups energy about? What's this Page of Cups energy about? The Three of Wands. So this is about overcoming the past and looking to the future with the Three of Wands. So I think that the most likely outcome, is you guys visualizing the potential for this love, this relationship maybe with this Emperor energy to grow. And this is all about you turning your back. So I think that this is more about not the growth of actually love with this individual. I think the most likely outcome is you guys with this Page of Cups energy visualizing visualizing new love. But this could, no, I'm going to read this differently. I think the most likely outcome will be, because this is all about, the Three of Wands is turning your back on the past and launching new things. So this Page of Wands, this Page of Cups, it depends on how you want to read this first card. This is, it could say, well, the most likely outcome is that this will be a new relationship with the Page of Cups energy, and this is all about your ships coming in, Three of Wands. So it might be, you know, this is going to be something that's going to happen for you with this Three of Wands energy. Or this is about, you know, your dreams and your desires. Well, this is all about the Three of Wands energy to launch new things. It might be that this again happens, that the most likely outcome is that this is all about your dreams and your desires. So the most likely outcome is you have a dream and a desire, Sagittarius, which is all about having your ships come in with the Three of Wands in terms of love, showing up here. But also, whenever I see a Three of Wands, I always grab another card sometimes, and I just got the feeling that I needed to grab one, and it shows us the Eight of Coins reversed. So it might be that this is about your daydreams with the Page of Cups, what you're visualizing. The most likely outcome is going to be you guys visualizing. What is the visualization about? well, in the future, the Three of Wands. Because if you get the Three of Wands pointing to another card, you can say that what this person's visualizing coming in. The visualization might be that you think in the future, you're visualizing, or you're dreaming that in the future, the Three of Wands, what you'll bring in is the Eight of Coins in the reverse. Somebody who's not willing to work on the relationship. So I almost get the feeling that in this energy here, to be perfectly honest with you, that this is more about you guys who have some form of self-defeating prophecy in terms of love. I get the feeling that you just don't trust this because you're still harking on about somebody else when there is somebody who's clearly, for me, showing you a clear and present intention with this Emperor looking into you, being the Empress. You're very beautiful, Sagittarius. Very beautiful. You guys are. And somebody can see that. They're looking into your beauty. And they're looking into who you are. They're looking into you being such a nurturing individual here and such a kind individual. You know, this person really has a clear intention towards you. Coming in will be the devil in the immediate future. What's the situation about the devil? You said in the immediate future, Sagittarian, single Sagittarian. Now I'm going to have to stop the video here, guys. I'm going to come back with part 2. Bear with me.